Welcome to Boxing Unwrapped. I'm your host, I'm the artist. This weekend we have a case where we have the old guard versus the new guard. And that's strange to say with a guy who's only 33 years old, but Canelo Alvarez has been so dominant for so long. Only losing twice. One, arguably for most people, the greatest to ever do it, Floyd Money Mayweather, and recently Bivol, who he went up in weight and to challenge himself, and Bivol basically outboxed him, outclassed him at that weight class, right? He was wondering, could he be dominant there? But he's still a legend. He's still a Mexican legend, a boxing legend. He brings in a lot of crowd, a lot of money. He is pay-per-view king, pay-per-view money. Everybody's chasing him as they once were with Floyd Mayweather. He's basically a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is Saul Canelo Alvarez, right? He has great power, a great chin. He's learned from his mistakes. You see him taking it from where he first started. He would gas mid-rounds to late rounds. He was slow, clunky, didn't throw combinations, didn't move his head, had no defense. Basically, I mean, he had no amateur career really to say, or at all really, if you believe, that he started at 16 years old as a pro in Mexico. So moving into the States, he learned on the job. And I, for one, never thought he would actually be a fighter of note, of worthy, right? When I saw him struggling against C-level fighters and B-minus level fighters, and gassing, and he looked even much squarer then, really, if you look at some of his early fights than he even does now. He kind of looks like that now, but he's learned how to manage that weight now, right? That muscle mass. And then later in his career, in the mid parts, he's kind of slimmed down, right? Got more cut up and shredded. That fight with Floyd Mayweather taught him how to defend, how to move. And you could see the big difference, the big leap in that loss. Very rare do I see fighters take a loss and learn why they got shut out. I mean, that fight, the way he got shut out, could have ruined the young fighter. Even though he was a champion at that point and had 40 fights, 50 fights, something like that. I forget what it was. He was undefeated. And everybody was saying that Floyd Mayweather should actually avoid him. And then he got outclassed. He got out-countered, out-slicked, out everything. And then he incorporated that into his repertoire, which is crazy enough to say, right? He learned from that. Although he waited Triple G out a little bit, those were classics where maybe the first one he lost, but on the second one he picked up and he learned, right? And subsequent fights after that. He was tested in that fight. His chin was tested. His mettle has been tested. He's been hit flush by some great punchers, and he's gone nowhere. His footwork has gotten better. He's been more of a puncher brawler as of late, which leads me now to this challenger, Jaime Munguia, which I believe he's 26 years old. It's like 40-0 with 34 knockouts. Jaime Munguia trained by the great Freddie Roach. He seems to have good power, good hand speed, good combinations, good foot movement. He's young, he's hungry. He's been waiting for this for a very long time. As probably watching Canelo come up, right? Canelo's his elder. Jaime has been brought along pretty good. He's had some decent fights as a recent that's put him for in line for this fight, which is the fight I didn't really want to see right now, but it's the fight we got. It's not a bad matchup per se, it's not the one I wanted to see, but Jaime Munguia is here, and he's a fresh young prospect. He has, like I said, good head movement at times. He can move his hands pretty quick. He has a lot of good combinations. He has a good hook to the body. He's done a lot of good things in the ring, and he seems to have, like I said, fast hands, which fast hands tend to give Canelo Alvarez problems. So here we go with the analysis of the fight. Now we know what both fighters, for me, what they are, and I have explained them to you. Now here's what I think, right? Jaime Munguia's combination and fast punching can give a lot of problems to Canelo. He can cut off the ring on Canelo a little bit, although Canelo will be looking to do the same. Canelo's a great counter puncher, so Munguia would have to move his head and he would have to let his hands go. He can't admire his work with Canelo. He will have to move in, combo, either tie up when the Canelo gets revved up, or he has to step to his side and push off and kind of give himself some distance and then close the gap again. He has to be the bigger and younger fighter. He has to be smart. He has to be fast. He has to be young. He's going to get caught, so we're going to see what kind of beard he has. We know what kind of beard Canelo has. Although he's been hit a lot, it could change overnight. But for now, we're going to go with what we've seen, and Canelo has a great beard. So we have to see if Dia can take Canelo's shot, right? But you don't want to test that. You don't even want to get hit. So you want to tuck your chin. You want to do your combinations. You want to jab. He has a really good jab, by the way. He doesn't use it often too much as a offensive weapon, but he's gonna have to set off his offense off that jab. He's gonna have to come in with that jab, bang, bang, bang to the body, come up top, either hold, or he's gonna have to then move on and move out and then start over and reset. That's gonna keep Canelo's feet resetting. He's an older guy, right? You want to keep his feet resetting. You don't want him to get in a stride. You want to keep wasting his energy as the fight goes on, resetting. That'll probably drain his tank and give you, the younger guy, a better outcome in the end, right? Canelo Alvarez. He's the veteran. He's the smart guy. He's fought them all. Whether late or not, he's fought them pretty much all. Now, he's fought guys younger, same age, a little older, right? Canelo, to win this fight, he can't let Munguia do what I just said Munguia needs to do, right? So he cannot let him establish his jab. He has to cut off the ring, and he has to counter him. So when that jab is coming to him, he has to catch and shoot and punch over that jab, get close, and he has to go to the body because he's the younger guy. He wants to slow him down a little bit so he can work on the inside. I think the fight for Canelo will be on the inside with Munguia. He'll have to get in close, get in the inside, and have to break him down. He's the younger guy. It's going to take a lot out of Canelo to do that. Now, the thing is, like I said before, what is Munguia's chin? Is it durable? Is it worthy? Right? Canelo's going to have to test that early. He has to take this young man's confidence away, that he remind him he's in with a legend. So he wants to kind of maybe test that chin early. So to do that, like I said, he has to cut off the ring. He has to catch and shoot over that jab. Catch him going, probably moving or counter him the other way. He has to make him come to him. So that's what he has to kind of back him into the ropes. If he can't make him come to him, he has to back him into the ropes. Canelo has a good jab, so he probably have to jab a little bit to the body, have him drop his guard a little bit, and move him backward when he's doing that, then move him back, bang, bang, bang to the body, come up top, bang, try to touch that chin early. In the end, that's what Canelo needs to do. He needs to be a little rougher, not too technical, but don't let this young man get off too much, right? Because a lot of shoe shining can make the crowd and make the crowd sway. And right now, if you see the press conferences that just have been coming through, you see that when Munguia came up, they all cheered Munguia. When Canelo came up, they didn't boo him, but they didn't cheer him, right? So this is not the fight they really wanted right now. So Canelo has a lot to overcome, and if he lets the crowd get behind Munguia, that can sway the judges into giving rounds to Munguia, and it could be a closer fight than what Canelo wants it to be. And he's the next guy up. They're saying Munguia might be. So you don't want the crown to pass, kind of like what happened with Manny Pacquiao and Bradley, where they kind of wanted Bradley to go into the next level. Bradley was never that guy, but they was trying to make him that guy. And then they gave it to him in the Manny Pacquiao first fight, right? Even though Manny Pacquiao clearly won that fight. So you don't want that to happen. In the end, my pick is Canelo squeezes out a narrow, unanimous decision. When I say narrow, I mean the scores will be like 1 or 2 points off. You could still get an upset here. I'm picking Canelo with trepidation. I'm picking him in a win that I'm not sure he might get, but I'm picking him because he's the veteran. He's still 33 years old, so his body might still be good. He's been through a few wars, but I'm thinking he has enough to take the inexperience, and the blinding lights might get to Munguia, and if he can touch that chin and that body early and get him in there and kind of make him feel like, hey, this guy can punch, this guy's the real deal, maybe he slows down a bit and then he takes it, late and gets a unanimous decision. If taps Munguia and Munguia can't take that punch, that's what's assuming Munguia can take the punch. He could knock out Munguia. I don't think Munguia is going to knock out Canelo, so that's why I say Munguia could still slip out of victory here. But I'm going with the champ. I'm going with the old guard. It's not Munguia's time yet. If he's smart, once he loses to Canelo this upcoming weekend, he can go ahead and use that experience and learn from it like Canelo did with Floyd Mayweather. And then Freddie can help him utilize that and take him to the next level. What do you think? Who do you think is going to win? Do you think Munguia is going to win? You think he's going to out-shoe shine Canelo? Is Canelo going to knock him out? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm always up for an argument or conversation. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.